Boas, pessoal! Tudo bem, malta? Tudo na boa? Como estão? Tudo contentes? Tudo alegres? Na boa? Pessoal, vamos arrancar com o jogo do feiticeiro Harry Potter. Vamos a isso! O que é que nos espera hoje? Vamos ver! Bora, pessoal! Vamos a mais um jogaço! Bora, estamos no nosso quarto. Vamos aqui. Vamos ver com quem é que vamos ter. Vamos aqui a esta sala, né? Já nem me lembro bem como é que se usa aqui estas cositas. Ok? Bora, Adelaide. Vamos aqui interagir com ela. Ei, olha o moço, muito lindo. Muito lindo moço.
She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
Isto é que é tramado, malta, isto é tramado. Vamos a
I
esta.
am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed, 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you.
Lenora
Such a lot to do.
Everett. Oh, nice to meet you.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Prazer em conhecê-la. Adeus. Não, mas o moço é bem lindo. Olha lá, pessoal. É ou não é? Muito lindo, moço. Fogo. Oh, coruja. É a coruja, moço. É quem é. A coruja é muito linda. Vamos aqui ter com este.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't.
Sim, sim, estica. Estica-te à vontade.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think.
Nah,
Don't
não é
have
dele.
any pets of my own,
O gato não é
unfortunately.
dele.
My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
Samito mágica.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Incrível.
I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puff skein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Vamos manter bocadinho mais a conversa.
Pet, Arthur.
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the puff skein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
A mãe dele é mago. Ok,
Nice
vamos embora.
meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Não perco. Não perco nem ando sozinho. É um fantasma, eu só estou a ver ali um fantasma. Olha gajo, olha gajo, olha gajo. Ai, fantasminha. Bora com esta agora.
This doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes.
Está
I'm just
tudo
a bit
ok, tudo
distracted.
ok.
Letter from my uncle.
Recebeu uma carta
So
do
tell
tio.
me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumours. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Yes.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Ok, vamos
Thank you,
embora.
Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Is the new
Okay.
Hufflepuff out of bed yet?
Bora.
Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Vamos ao professor Whist. Bora.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day
Professor
at
Whist é uma
Hogwarts.
gaja.
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Um livro mágico. Oi? Oi, o quê? O que é que se passou?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Oi? Desapareceu?
Thank you, Professor, but
O gajo guardou aquela cena onde, pá?
track of what I'm learning.
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Bora para seguir a professora.
This way.
Eu já reparei, é por aí.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something.
Vamos abrir aqui um baúzito, umas moedas, né?
Using the guide will also
Dá sempre
train
jeito,
you to
tem umas
be alert
moedinhas,
to your
né?
surroundings. Do
Vamos
keep
embora.
up.
Tá bem, calma. Mas com pressa para quê, pá?
Simply
Epá,
cast
deixa-me comer,
Revelio
meu.
on it and we'll see what the guide says.
Ah, eu estou aqui. Colher antasma. Ok, não. Isto é a dica. Né? Ok. Então, mas ela manda-me colher a página, eu estou a conseguir, meu.
Lumos. Revelio.
Ok. 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 Já cá temos uma paginazita. Ok.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Ok. Mapa do castelo, né? Aqui, bandeira. Ok. 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 Para onde é que
And here
vamos
we are.
nós?
Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Vamos embora.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I still can't believe that girl.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, professora. Espera, vamos aqui por esta aqui.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Vamos experimentá-las
Tell me
todas,
more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class.
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately,
Lá
we are
está esta
lucky to have the
porcaria outra
ever-gifted
vez,
Professor
malta.
Hecat in charge of our
Fogo.
students' education in that
Peço
regard.
desculpa, pessoal. De vez em quando aqui a minha perdezita dá-lhe assim na moina. E acontece uma
What will I learn in
destas.
Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Pronto, agora
Thank
vamos
you, Professor
embora.
Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create
Só
additional
que tenho muito para aprender,
assignments for
sou
you outside
aluno,
of
é
class.
normal,
You'll be up to
não?
speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way
É
here.
facto.
Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself.
Chit-chat.
Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, not...
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time
pois
than
é.
she would approve of.
Né, malta?
And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Ok, tenho 2 pontos para ir. Vamos a este.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies.
Mais uma vez,
including
meu
your
pessoal.
own.
Desculpem
You'll
lá.
enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good
Tenho
friend.
aqui a pen, parece
I
uma
shall reach
maluca,
out when
meu.
I have more
Estamos
information
sempre a
about
entrar e a
our
sair, entrar e
mysterious
sair,
locket.
meu.
For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Bora. Vamos para a porta grande. Ok. Bora. Tu não me feches a porta, pá. É lá, vamos a uma batalha? Ao treino?
Is that all you've got?
É só isto que tens. Olha.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it.
Estão a estragar as
Now,
cenas, meu.
you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the
Like your case
wise,
is
age
little guys.
matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso.
Maravilhoso!
Charm.
Levioso!
Ah,
A
pois
surprised
é.
opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Vamos começar com uma pequena, por uma pequena, né? Bora. Yeah! Temos mais um poder. Pessoal, vai aparecer outra vez. Peço desculpa, pessoal.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Oi? Vamos ter que levantar o boneco?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak... Levioso! Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Ah, pois é! Quem é o maior? Quem é o maior?
Very good.
No!
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Aí, vamos ver.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a...
If only all of my students were this adept.
You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you.
I do enjoy lively dueling.
Not bad for a beginner.
Nada mal.
You
Pau,
give as good as you get.
Quando quiseres levar mais, aparece, filho. Estou cá à tua espera. Ah, pois é só aparecer.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Vamos ao outro professor, não?
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Yeah, never.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the Clock Tower entrance. If you're interested.
Claro que sim.
Till next time.
Até à próxima. A gente depois vê-se por aí, pá. A gente vê-se por aí na escola. Vamos aqui falar com este.
Professor Hecat in a duel.
Bora. Temos que ir lá para cima. Turururu. Espera. Então, temos que descer as escadas. Yeah. Vamos já por cima, mas é para aqui, por estas. Bora, mais para cima. Mais para cima. Supostamente vamos ter com outro professor, né? Vamos aprender mais qualquer coisa. Já ouço aqui. Então, meu. Oi? Não. Vamos subir. Subir.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
Oi? Cá estou eu. Vamos a outro professor, malta! Quem é agora? Quem é o próximo? Vamos embora!
Here! Behind you! There's an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Sou o novo estudante. Professor Ronan.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Calma. Ela passou-me o livro.
I'm afraid it is too late to study now. The summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays.
Não nos deixa olhar para o livro, já devíamos saber, né? Estudasses.
Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Ninguém sabe.
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
O que é que eles vão fazer? Oi? Uma nova técnica? Bora.
Aqui, ó.
Ok, de puxar as cenas.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice.
Pois, convém.
You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Afternoon. Boa tarde. O que é que vai ser agora? Vamos para o campo.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst
Aqui ao ar
us would
livre está a
agree.
senhora. Podemos treinar mais à vontade.
What better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Oi, o que é que ele está a criar? Jogo.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
A ideia é puxar a bola? Será?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Splendid! Not to worry.
Não era para cair!
Now, think of this like stones, if you will. But very good. Happens to the best of us.
Não, pera. Ponto.
Excellent control there.
Fiquei nos 20.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Não dá para treinar mais, dá?
You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Vamos embora. Sim, senhora. Quem é o primeiro? Quem começa? A princesa? Vamos embora. Eia, começa o jogo assim. Eia.
Aqui.
Olha. Eia, foda-se.
That is how it's done.
Anda. Tá lá. Brilhante. Eia, para aí. Boa. Boa.
Aqui, ó.
Oi, para. Não.
A perfect score.
Aí é por um pouco, pessoal. Por um pouco. Muito pouquinho. Fogo.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Muito pouco. O que é que vai ser agora? Com obstáculos.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
Eia, com obstáculos.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
Eia, começa só com 50, meu.
Aqui, ó.
Para.
Very good.
Nada mal, né?
Let us see this.
Ai. Ok.
That is how it's done.
É.
Aqui, ó.
Não!
Don't lose.
Não, malta. Fogo. Cheia. Pá, eu para ganhar, não, mas também não ia. Mesmo que eu agora tiro um 50.
Aqui, ó.
Tá bué. Esquece. Não, tá bué. Mas mesmo que eu tirasse um 50, mal, não ia ganhar. Ia para os 100, ela tem 110. Não ia ganhar na mesma. Até podia ter tirado um 50, não ia ganhar.
Both of you. Well done.
Aquela bola fora tramou-me o jogo. Porque já não ia ganhar, porque mesmo que eu tirasse uma de 50 ficava 100. Ela teve 110.
Class is dismissed.
Esquece.
Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Vamos às perguntas todas, né?
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Incrível!
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you.
Mais professor.
Keep him waiting. Until next time.
Não, o Ron é o gajo, né? Já, professor, o Ron é o gajo.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up
Que
to
acaba de dizer, tens um grande potencial.
An
Tens
outdoor
potencial para ser
competition
um
wasn't
mágico.
exactly the lesson I
És
was
muito
expecting,
bom.
sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Bora. Ok. Não me deixa. Vamos ao mapa, né? O que é que nos espera no mapa? Eu estou aqui, né? Ok. Ok, bora.
Hello there. You're
Olá.
the new student, aren't you?
Oi, pera. É contigo que tenho que falar? Não.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering
Samantha
about.
Dale.
Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Ok, bora. Vamos aqui.
I used the light.
Oi?
And then the werewolves joined the goblins.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
I don't have it.
Não.
The Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Tenho que usar a magia, né? Mas qual,
Say
meu?
my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who
Não
says
tenho
you're
ainda,
telling
meu.
I'm not
lies.
telling lies, Peeves.
Levioso.
It was Albert Boot.
Não.
It was about
Lumos.
Fight, it's a bold
Também não.
Was the minister a boot?
Não tenho ainda esta, meu. Né?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
Não aparece nada porque ainda não tenho.
She says it's a boot, and he says it's a
Falta-me esse poder, provavelmente. Espera lá. Vamos tirar aqui o coisa. Ok, eu tinha metido, né? Vamos meter aqui neste. Bora.
Attention. And you're both wrong anyway.
Vamos para baixo. Eu e os verdes falta-me um poder, provavelmente para os verdes. Aqui não me falta adquirir um poder. Um truque ainda de magia. É lá. Ok. Ih, a escola é enorme, meu. Farto de descer escadas, meu. Continuar a descer. Fogo. Ok, vamos aqui à porta. Cá para fora. Ok. Aqui interagir com o gato. Será que também fala o gatinho? Isto é uma escola de magia, né? Não digo nada, esse gato também falava ao gajo. Oh! Tem que ser aqui para dentro.
What about the room, Professor?
É o gajo!
I was thinking the same thing, dear.
Orlhudo!
Perhaps you could help.
Aí uma penca, meu.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Yeah, os gajos aparecem.
There you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Ok. Vá, pessoal, vamos ficar por aqui. Para o próximo episódio vamos ter que ir ter com o professor Ronnie, onde tínhamos acabado de sair da aula dele. Vamos ter que voltar lá novamente para fazer uma missãozita. Está bem, pessoal? Vá, espero que estejam a gostar. Até à data o jogo está bastante interessante, bons gráficos, está a decorrer muito bem. Epá, está bastante interessante. Espero que também tenham gostado. Está bem? Que também gostem do jogo. Vá, fiquem bem, likes, subscrevam. Tchau, pessoal. Não se esqueçam. Tchau. Abraços. Fui.